What is your favorite style of dress? Describe this clothing style and explain why it appeals to you. Include details and examples in your explanation. Some students learn better by reading. Others learn more from listening to a teacher. Which way of learning is better for you and why? Include details and examples to support your explanation. Now listen to two students as they discuss their project report.
We should decide the format of our presentation ahead of time, even before we do the formal written part.
I think we should do an oral report to the class. You and Steve and I could each talk about one part of our project.
But we've already done lots of oral reports. Why don't we do something different this time? I like to do a web page. Steve already knows how to do it, and besides, knowing how to build a web page is a good skill to have. It will help us in our careers.
You're probably right about that.
We could be more creative. We could include text from our written report and graphics to make it more interesting. A web page is the best way to show the results of our survey. And you know, our classmates are already big users of email and the web, so isn't this a natural choice for us?
Maybe. But won't it take a lot of time to do?
Not really. Let's talk to Steve. He's done it before.
Okay, let's see what he thinks.
The man expresses his preference for the format they should use for their project report. State his preference and explain the reasons he gives for his choice. Now listen to part of a lecture on this topic in a sociology class.
Not surprisingly, women report more conflict between work and family roles. Women who work outside the home actually put in more hours of work at home. Women do more of the childcare and housework than their husbands do, whether the woman works full-time or not. Women are much more likely to leave the workforce entirely when their children are young. They're also more likely to stay home with a sick child or to be the one to rearrange their work schedule, to go to a meeting at the child's school. They're more likely to feel overworked and stressed out. For most men, including men who are highly successful in their careers, family is far more important than work for their overall life satisfaction. The roles of husband and father are central to a man's mental and physical health. So it's not surprising that men carry emotional distress from the family into the workplace, even though they don't experience the same degree of role conflict or overload as women do. In one study of working men and women, men more often than women reported that an argument at home was followed by higher rates of argument with coworkers or supervisors at work the next day. The same study reported that when the man came home overly tired from work, the wives did more of the work at home. The reverse pattern occurred less often. The husband did not do more of the work at home after his wife had had an especially hard day at work.
Explain how women and men experience conflict between their work and family roles. Now listen to part of a conversation between two students.
Hey, you doing anything special for spring break?
I might go to the beach. My sister and her husband want me to go to their beach house with them. My brother will be there too. I'd really like to go because I just want to relax and have some fun. But I'm torn between doing that and going on this biology trip. You know, the one in the rainforest.
Biology trip? You mean the one that your professor is leading?
Yeah, it's a study of the rainforest ecosystem. It costs money, but I know I'd learn a lot. I'd get some experience doing field research.
Oh, wow. That's a hard decision. The beach sounds great, but so does the rainforest. That seems like an opportunity you shouldn't pass up.
My family will be disappointed if I don't go to the beach. I haven't seen them in a long time, and the beach is a special place for us.
But you can go to the beach with your family anytime. You might not get another chance to go to the rainforest. You should talk to your family. Explain that you have a great opportunity to do some research. You might not get another opportunity like this.
Maybe not.
You need to think about your future. An experience like this might help you later. I mean, when you look for a job after graduation. You should stress that you did field research. That would look good in your record.
Describe the man's problem and the suggestions the woman makes about what he should do. What do you think the man should do, and why? Now listen to part of a lecture in an anthropology class.
Human culture could not have developed without the human hand. Chimpanzees and gorillas walk on their hands, and orangutans use their hands primarily for holding branches, but the human hand is both tool and toolmaker, as well as an extension of the brain. Next to the brain, the hand is probably our greatest possession. Other animals may run faster than us or have better sensors, but no other animal comes close to matching our manual skills. The power of the human hand comes from the way the brain controls it. The brain coordinates the hand's actions with signals from the eyes, directing the hand by feeding it complex instructions at an almost automatic level. The human hand is capable of both brute strength and delicate tasks. The hand can perform hard physical labor, yet it's also sensitive to slight changes in form and texture. So much so, in fact, that the hand is a substitute eye to people who are blind. A key aspect of our manual skill is the ability to use our fingers independently rather than having to use them all together. The human hand has two characteristics that make us different from any other animal: the opposable thumb and the double grip. The first of these, the opposable thumb, has the ability to oppose, to face the other fingers, so it can touch every part of every other finger on the same hand. The second characteristic is the double grip. This means that one hand can hold 2 billiard balls separately, for example. We can grip one ball between our last two fingers and our palm, and hold the second ball between our forefinger and thumb. Having strength and delicacy combined like this makes the human hand more skilled than any limb on any other animal. The opposable thumb and the double grip put us in the top class for tool making and for doing whatever else our brain tells our hands to do.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain why the human hand is a valuable possession.